World Athletics just announced some of their new innovations. So they have a 4-year plan. They go through what does the next 4 years look like for track and field? What are things they're going to innovate? What are things they're going to change in order to make the sport more interesting and compelling for viewers? And so with this, they just dropped it recently. The big one that we're going to be talking about here, there's plenty of items, and I'm sure we'll share links of where you can find them. But the biggest one, the mixed 4x1. So we already got the mixed 4x4 where you have 2 men and 2 women that are on the race. Now we've got the mixed 4x1, 2 men and 2 women on a 4x1. The only time I've ever seen this was, I remember in 2016 where it was Usain Bolt, Asafa Powell, Jenna Prandini, and someone else, I can't remember her name, that had a mixed 4x1. So we don't see it very often. What are your thoughts on a mixed 4x1, bro?
I think it's cool, kind of dangerous. I think it's cooler for the countries with like less people. So, you know, they might only have 2 really, really talented 100 girls and 2 really, really talented 100 guys. Not enough for like a full women's 4x1 or a full men's 4x1. So for them to be able to compete and potentially get a medal together like that is cool. And also to see like the most iconic sprinters kind of together, you know. Because if like Noah's most iconic on the men's side, Sha'Carri the most iconic on the women's side. Like imagine seeing them do like a handoff. That would just be like an iconic moment. So, you know, I think it would be pretty cool. I mean, I'm not really pressed for it. Do I want it? Not really. Pause. But like, you know, like it's cool. It's a cute idea. I think it's good for the sport.
Yeah, I was going to say the exact same thing of, I think this is a good, it's a thing to have a moment. So you can have those pictures of, yeah, Sha'Carri handing the baton off to Noah, you know, the baton to Christian Coleman. Like you're going to have that picture in that moment. And the lead up to the race, I think, is going to be big for the members of the media. Of we have the 2 biggest faces of the sport that are going to be on the same track together. But like to me, it's just not like, it's not, if I'm thinking of, how is the sport of track and field going to innovate and change to draw in new viewers? I think that this, like, it'll help a little bit, like for sure. Like, I mean, I like the fact that we're innovating and we're changing, but does the mixed 4x1, is that the thing where, you know, we have, you know, your friends that are, you know, that enjoy basketball or football or whatever, are they now going to watch a 4x1 race, or are they now going to watch a whole track meet because we've got a mixed 4x1? I don't know if it completely draws the needle, but like, what do you think would be some good potential changes that we could have seen innovated to actually bring, you know, more people into this?
I think from a broadcasting viewership standpoint, one of the biggest things to be able to broadcast or be able to keep track of is like when the NBA or NFL mics up players. So you might mic up 2 players. If you get to the USA Championships, or actually like nationally televised event, mic up Sha'Carri, mic up Noah, mic up Grant, had a couple cameras on them here and there. Because now we drawing more like, it's a familiar relationship now with the viewer, with the casual fan, with the basketball fan, with the football fan, whatever your favorite sport is. If you clicking through the channel and you see, oh, this person mic'd up, oh, he joking, he laughing. Oh, wow, that's what she said before the race. Oh, I want to see this now. Oh, she said she about to whoop that girl's ass. Oh, I want to watch this now. You know what I'm saying? So just having more intimate relationships with the actual people, finding a way to do that. And also with like the tunnel fits and stuff like that, because with the younger culture, I think Noah's kind of spearheading that, and that's kind of already catching as far as the NBC broadcast and stuff like that. But from a broadcast perspective, sorry to get long-winded, but from a broadcast perspective, the best way to grow is to create an intimate relationship between the athlete and the viewer. So
I agree.
Little cool shit like that.
Yeah, because like in our sport, as an athlete, like your actual competition is so short. Like the buildup is everything to it. Like you're building up the press conference, the media, and then you're only racing for, you know, for some people 10 seconds, and that's it. Like, you know, a basketball game, it's like what, 48, 60 minutes, whatever it may be, versus just like, yeah, you're going to be coming out here and you're going to race for 10 seconds, and then you're gone. We got the next event. And so it's like, hey, how do you build that relationship with the fans and with the athlete if they're not really seeing you do a whole lot? Like, because it's so short. So yeah, if you can have those like, hey, we mic'd them up during warm-ups, and like here's what they're saying or whatever it may be. Like those types of things. I think that could be good for sure.
Hey, so like out of the broadcasts, which track meet has the best broadcast in your opinion?
Ooh, the best broadcast. So my favorite, like I say this all the time. Well, this is it's almost, I want to say one more event, but it's a great kind of transition. NCAA championship, in my opinion, is the best by far. The NCAA championship is the best track meet in the entire world outside of the Olympics. It has the best broadcasting team. I love that RG3 is in there. He brings a new type of audience, a new flair into the competition. I love that there's stakes with the team. Like they're tracking after every event where the team is and how they're going. I really like the production that they have. They line up the events so it kind of is a cohesive storyline instead of just like, hey, we're going here, we're going here. NCAA championship is, in my opinion, the best track and field that we have to offer.
It's the best. I remember like always watching NCAA meets, and one thing that they always did well, they're gonna interview you before the meet. Like even for the SEC championship, because ESPN has the licensing rights for those meets. So, you know, they're gonna interview you before the meet, and they got their pre, you know, they already creating the storyline, and I could see them broadcasting it on national television. I wish that the different, you know, these Diamond League circuits and even like American Track League, when they are on television, like, yo, let's deep dive here and invest our time in creating a story around these athletes so somebody could draw to it. I ain't trying to see a guy, excuse my language, I ain't trying to see a dang, you know, basically Travis Miller Twitter posts of just video clips of races. Like that's cool, but I don't know this athlete. I can't even see this athlete's face when they run it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, NCAA meet, they kill it.
NCAA clears. It's the best, and I'm hoping that they like go in that direction with some of the pros of like, yeah, let's talk before the meet. Then one thing before we changed over. So I'm thinking, what events would I like to see? So what things do I think, you know, for the track and field, like instead of the mixed 4x1, what would I like to see? There's two events. One of them I think is more realistic than the other one is kind of like a hope that we'll never see, but we'll go through it. I'd say number one, the 40-yard dash. Like that is a number that like I'm trying to think, what is something that other events, other people can like put you know, face to a name. They recognize the times, they know what a 4.40 is, they know all of that. I'd love to see a 40-yard dash. That would be great. Now it's done differently, like because in the NFL combine, you're on the track, you're on the field, and you go on your own time. Versus if you have a 40-yard dash, it would be on a track, and you would have a starter's gun, and you're running against other people. But our athletes are faster than an NFL athlete, so I think it would kind of even out. But that's something that I would like to see, a 40-yard dash, because I think we would be able to get some more, you know, interesting debates going on. And the last thing, this would never happen, but we have to have something like an all-star competition. I'd love for there to be a 4x1 where it's coached by like sprinters, and we have the members of the 4x1 be different athletes from different pro sports. So like, hey, we have a team and like an NFL 4x1, like maybe it's the NFC East, and it's all players like from the NFC East do like a 4x1, and it's coached by Noah Lyles. Then you have an NBA, you know, West 4x1, and it's coached by Sha'Carri Richardson. You can make like a whole event, the lead up to that, of like you know, kind of similar to how the Ultimate Fighter in UFC is. It's coached by these pro people, and you're trying to fight to get, like, I think something like that, where now you can bring other athletes that have a track and field background into the sport a little bit, and in a cohesive way, where it's not like you're fighting against us. It's like, hey, we're helping you, you're helping us. I think that would be pretty cool for fans to watch, and more people, where it's like, oh shoot, like, you tell me, I can see, you know, I'm an Eagles fan. I got Saquon Barkley that's going to be running in this 4x1, like throwing back to his track days, or DK Metcalf, Tyreek Hill, they're coming back. Like, I like to see that. Like, I think that could bring in a cohesion and bring the sports and the leagues together. It's probably never going to happen, but that would be something that I think we could have some really good storylines for, you know?
Yeah, just to have a way to bring those football players into the sport, because it's cool. I love it. I love the little, like, that dynamic of track versus football speed. I love that. So find a way to bring them in would be dope. I want to see like a sprinter's gauntlet or almost like a sprinter's pentathlon where like, you know, you got the fastest man in the world, but like, all right, fuck it. Let's see who the best sprinter is. We're going to run a 100, 200, 300, and 400. Or we could throw in like a 150 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a 3-day event. Everybody in the same field too, just like they do the pentathlon. But it's just sprints.
I like that a lot.
Like who's going to be the best sprinter today or this weekend?
That'd be cool. Yeah, you can say I'm the greatest sprinter. I'm the greatest sprinter a lot. Like how decathletes say I'm the best athlete in the world. Like, no, I'm the best sprinter. It's like, oh, I won 5 events. I won the 5 sprinting events. And you telling me that I'm not the best sprinter in the world? Out of here. Get out of here, bro. Like, no, I like that a lot. Ooh, you might be cooking with that one, Noah. You might be cooking, man. All right. So we might have to see if we can get that going. But good stuff. So a lot of things going on the pro side of